want to defend some of my little friends disguised as pests. So these little fellas are not usually viewed in a positive light, but as homeopathics, they are some of the good guys. First one I want to talk about is Vespa crabro, which is, as you know, a wasp. They are great in homeopathic form for stinging, burning pains, obviously for bee stings, but also they are indicated for bedwetting, dizziness, ovarian pain, and hair loss. As far as Newton homeopathics, where you'll find it though is in our bug bite formula, addressing stinging, burning pains. Now, my second little friend I want to talk about is Blatta orientalis. Now, Blatta orientalis is the Indian cockroach. Now, I can't really tell you if this is an Indian cockroach or if it's an American cockroach, because the American cockroach is Blatta americana instead of Blatta orientalis. But I did find this little cockroach down in my basement. It is indicated in homeopathic form for asthma, bronchitis, and accumulation of mucus, cough, and shortness of breath. So you will find it in the Newton dust mold dander complex. There was a study years ago on asthma, the incidence of asthma in public housing, and they traced it back to the prevalence of the cockroaches in the public housing. So appropriately in the dust mold dander complex by Newton. This next little pest, I have a little bit of an issue calling it a friend. It is Cantharis, which we know as Spanish fly. Its Latin name is Lyta vesicatoria, but it also goes by the name of blister beetle, which means if you touch it, you end up with blisters. So it is good for skin conditions such as inflammation, burning pain, for burns and scalds. But mostly in homeopathic world, it is for bladder and kidney imbalances. So you will find it indicated for that constant urge to urinate or painful urination. But when it's made, you have to avoid contact with it. And even the starting material, the beetle itself, is worked with under a hood. And you don't want your hands to touch it. Interesting side point is the Spanish fly version, the Lyta, is not here in America. It's from Southeast and Southern Europe and Southwest Asia. However, there is a related species right here in Georgia where I live, and the dead blister beetles that they're called are actually poisonous, and especially to horses. So if you feed hay that has a bunch of dead blister beetles in, it can actually kill a horse. And that was kind of alarming since I have a horse. His name is Royal. Another one, you see these little crawly things? Formica rufa. And Formica rufa is the red ant. And I didn't scoop up these ants to see if they were red or black or brown or what they were, but Formica rufa is red ants. And of course, they are in our bug bite formula. They are for pain, stiffness, and swelling, which of course happens when you get bit by these ants, if you ever have, itching and burning, Formica rufa. So again, you'll find that in the bug bite formula for the human version and the flea version for the pet line. The Pulex irritans is the common flea. Now, I haven't been able to find a flea here on Susie. I've been combing her and combing her and combing her, but I can't find a flea. But Pulex irritans is flea, and it is a homeopathic remedy that you'll find in the Materia Medica and in the homeopathic pharmacopoeia of the United States. It is in the eczema formula, the bug bites formula, the skin care, and the hives rashes formula. So those are some great tiny friends that are disguised as pests. So they're really not pests in homeopathic form. They are tiny friends of ours.